Hi, and welcome to another episode of Budget Prepping. I'm your host, Dr. Matt. Today we're continuing our series of looking in my bug out bag in what's in the lower outside pocket area. And so it's a lot of little things, but these little things actually add up to being very important. And I have them on the outside because that adds to their accessibility. In today's episode, we are going to discuss my emergency radio. Now, I used to have an old style, plain old transistor AM radio with a 9-volt battery. Those things would last for days if you kept the volume down. But of course, the new ones, I have a little bit different type of stuff. So we've got the ever popular hand crank, which, somebody says, well, man, that gets horrible after a while. So, well, in a disaster setting, you may have plenty of time. So you can charge it up that way. And on the bottom, it of course has USB power and a charging, a USB regular and a USB tiny, a mini, I guess they'll call that. And this one is an AM radio, and it's got a lovely flashlight. Pretty cool. And this one I actually got because it is a weather band one. Now, I chose this one because it was a pretty good value from all the features that it has, and it's not too big. Now, there are some other brands out there that are absolutely really high grade product. And there's other ones that cost as much as the high grade products that are just branded with somebody else's name. I won't mention Red Cross, but that's one of them. And on here, it's just a matter of just tuning and going for it, from here. FM, of course, would require the little antenna. AM, there's a little bar with a coil wrapped around, so you just turn the radio to match, get your best signal with AM. And that hasn't changed. It's always been that way. There's a little permanent battery in here for being able to recharge it. And if it fails, then you can open that up and replace that as necessary. I'll include the link to this radio or one like it. I've had this one a while. There might be an upgrade from that point. But go ahead and check it out because it's pretty cool. I mean, you just wind and wind and wind and wind. And it's got a battery indicator here that you can see that it's going off as I wind, so it's charging its own battery as it goes. But again, providing power is pretty cool because when you need to be able to do that, then it's great. You don't need cell service on most smartphones to use the compass. Something to consider there. But the weather radio is pretty helpful as well. So being able to charge it up and listen to the radio is pretty helpful. And in my area, I know which AM and FM stations are going to give me the emergency broadcast information as soon as possible. It'd be one in your area. Consider looking at those that are 24-hour news. Those are usually the ones that the government gives the latest, greatest information to first. But again, this radio is pretty snappy. It does, always a little bit. And can it be replaced with my phone? Probably, if I had cell service, but it doesn't include the charging feature. So this is pretty helpful to have that charging feature. So anyway, I'm going to close this episode out. Again, please like and subscribe here. Very powerful to me. And if it would really bless me if you were to click on the links to take you to Amazon and then do all your shopping from there. It sure helps me out very much. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next episode.